this hot breaking news right here.
It really is. Yeah. No, appreciate the opportunity to hop on the soapbox here.
Definitely.
Give your tell-all account.
Yeah. So I woke up to an email this morning. It says you can no longer do business with PayPal. After a review of your account activity, we've determined that you're in violations of PayPal's acceptable use policy, specifically the sale of sexually oriented materials or services.
What
literally, what the fuck? And then, as a result, your account has been permanently limited and you won't be able to conduct any further business using PayPal.
Dude, they're trying to shut down the grift, bro. Some haters.
Dude, right? Yeah, it's like first they came for Yay, then they came for the grift.
Holy fuck, man. They're really coming for everyone nowadays, dude.
Yeah. I wonder, I don't know if I'm getting in trouble for this, but I wonder what the race and ethnicity of the people who run PayPal is.
Yeah. Probably some Schwitzes and some Eins and that.
I like a lot of things about GRIFTSHOP. What product do you think it is?
I have a lot of stuff on there, so I was like trying to like flip through my like mental map of like what's on there, and the only things, by the way. Oh, appreciate it. The only things I could possibly think it could be is the I got Iron Dome from an IDF babe shirt.
Oh man, and they won't like that one.
Yeah, no, that tracks with the narrative we were just proposing there. There's also like the ironic femboy Nick Land shirt. Nick Land, hack my boy pussy, begging you to deterritorialize my back wall until you can come and see non. Yeah.
I mean that one kind of makes sense. That one kind of makes sense a little
but
bit.
Like this clearly seems like sexually oriented materials. Like what the fuck does that even mean? Like
that's very vague.
Yeah, that's just weird. Like, imagine if they came for everyone hawking anything that had to do with sexual orientation online. I think some of our faves might be implicated.
Some of our faves would absolutely be indicated.
Bro, think about I'm sure there's like people who do like actually explicitly sell sex related services through PayPal. Like, I'm sure there's people who do OnlyFans or whatever and hook it up to their PayPal.
Yeah,
I don't know if that's possible, but I bet it is.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. No, I don't know what triggered this. I mean, it seems very arbitrary. So either the haters have been coming back out of the woodwork lately. So maybe someone like reported it. I don't even know how you would do that with PayPal, but
you've been kicking the ant pile recently.
Or it's kind of one-sided because I guess I don't know, like they kind of ignored me for a while, but now they have been popping up lately to remind people that I'm a dangerous Nazi.
Oh
who,
a perennial threat.
No, I'm always lurking. I undermined the left, through the whole Bernie thing, and now I'm just up to my same old dirty tricks.
Fucking Bernie ghost, dude.
Mr. President, he's selling T-shirts.
He's still selling sexually oriented products.
You're telling me Jack, you're telling me he's selling milady shirts?
Oh yeah, I mean that's the exact opposite. I mean, milady is not to be looted. That is rule number one. So I don't know. Someone's clearly got the wrong idea about it if that set them off.
It's all above board, really.
Yeah,
dude, I remember when you first did a drop for the Fed Post gear, I was trying to go on your site, like GRIFTSHOP, and I was trying to go on there on my phone, and I kept getting warnings that were like, this website is not like secure, this, that, and the other. Like my Wi-Fi wouldn't let me go on it. I guess I have some bitch-made carrier. But
yeah, that's really weird because I mean I use like Shopify and that's pretty legit,
right? And so I figured, I was like, what the hell? Maybe they got some people just looking out for grift specifically trying to shut you down, dude.
Dude, yeah, it's weird. Like, and like I'm just a guy. I'm just
making
nobody.
T-shirts.
I'm just fucking selling T-shirts on Twitter.
Just grifting.
I don't know how I'm a danger to the state or like a lurking fascist threat. I mean, like when people say that stuff, it's just it's like I love to have them out there writing fan fiction about me.
Yeah.
You know, like I mean, this goes for anyone with like a decent sized online following. You're gonna run into these like freaks that like just make these elaborate narratives in their heads and then just like air it out there. It's you know,
like the entirety of just like anti-fascist Twitter, like these like people with like DSA pictures that like are just like actively like risking life and limb by getting people fired from their jobs.
Yeah,
it's like YA novel brain, dude. All these people got like caught up reading a bunch of like Harry Potter type shit. They got this like wild fantastical imagination that they just apply to fucking like petty interpersonal beefs for some reason that aren't even real and are online.
These are guys that actually call their friends comrades. That's what it is.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'm just glad like I since I moved to New York City, like I have not encountered that. So clearly, I'm like hanging out with the right people.
Oh, nice.
I've avoided any interaction with anyone who is unironically calls each other comrades. So
yeah, I've never been to New York before, and so in my brain, it's just like every dumpster you walk around, some dude's popping out in like a red beret. Just like rolled up jeans talking about, hey, comrade, like, let's go to the DSA meeting. They're peeping through the windows like that fucking creep meme.
I think the thing that helps
the sicko meme guy.
Yeah.
I think the thing that helps it is that those people generally, as a rule, just don't leave their houses.
No, they're paper tigers all the way down. But like, yeah, no, it's I mean those people are definitely still around. Like that's like fucking like Bushwick territory there. That's like that's they're definitely different like enclaves. Like I was watching the Warriors the other night, and it's very like, you know, you guys have seen that one, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, it's definitely like both like, you know, of its time and ahead of its time in terms of like, you know, the different cliques aesthetically differentiating themselves from each other with the custom gear, you know, like I would love to be an outfitter in you know, that era, or maybe we can recreate it right now, you know.
Dude, I would want to be one of the baseball guys.
Dude, the baseball furies.
Yeah, dude, like they got like clown makeup on, sorta, but like, don't they? Right? They have like face paint on, and they're
like Joker baseball.
Yeah, it's that's fucking sick as hell, dude. And the scene with them is like scary. It's like actually a scary segment of the movie.
Yeah, because they like pop out with baseball bats, but then they get the shit beaten out of them. Like they don't know how to use their own weapons properly. Like the Warriors just like take their bats and beat the shit out of them. Right. But yeah, you know, you would think that they would, you know, be practicing their own like weapon of choice to become, you know, the best bat swinger on the streets.
Yeah, if you're gonna be a bat gang, fucking figure out how to swing it, dude.
Right? Yeah, like you have the fucking gangs with no bats just pull up and take them from you and clobber you with them.
Yeah,
like,
put on a clinic, bro.
Well, what was like
lacking out here?
What was like the Warriors theme? Like, was it just kind of like wearing vests with your shirts showing?
Yeah, like no shirts. Yeah, like open like leather vests. They had like some like big like embroidery thing on the back of them.
Yeah, that's a look, dude. That's a strong look. Man wearing an earring with like a feather.
Yeah.
Is that some sort of like product in his hair? No doubt.
Man.
Yeah. No, like, yeah. What were some of the like the most powerful gang was like the Black Power guys.
Oh,
like, they were, because they had the leader who's trying to unite everybody against the biggest gang in the city, the cops, you know, because if you get the state funding, you're automatically the biggest gang.
Right.
Right.
Dude, that's like an old, like it's been a while since I heard that like the police force is I feel like we got all of that out of our system like a couple years ago.
Yeah, no, we were angry about that a couple of years ago. Now it's just like, you know, kind of just it's the way it is.
Yeah, now it's just kind of played out. Like I don't know. There's the Cop City stuff going on, but I don't even know how much that's even a thing. I mean,
yeah,
go ahead, sorry.
there was like there's like some protest in New York about that recently. They just like smashed one cop car in Times Square and like that was it. There's like I was joking that it was the protests were happening because like the L train was down. You know, can't be having that. The artery from Manhattan to Brooklyn. You know, it was down for several weekends in a row, and you know the you know locals were getting a little restless.
How has New York been? Like, I mean, you guys got like this is just the most like West Coaster question ever, because it's just like a complete foreign country to me. But like, I don't know, you guys got Eric Adams. You guys he's like doing stuff with homelessness, right? I don't know. I remember that
He's
was
beating the shit out of him or something. He's got the green beret
and,
on.
well, yeah, he's walking around with like bowler hats and like and he has like one of his eyelashes done up. And just beating them with
like,
canes.
I don't really follow that stuff too closely, but like he's just kind of like a goofy guy who puts his foot in his mouth all the time and has like weird things going on. Like he like accepted his first like paycheck for being mayor in like Bitcoin, and then Bitcoin crashed, so he like lost his entire like first amount of yeah. And like they're like a problem right now is there's like the rats are getting very bold.
Oh
like,
my god,
dude, the rats are big and they're everywhere. And he had this like press conference where it's like we're finally gonna deal with the rat problem, and they put out like a job search being like we're gonna pay a top rat catcher like $200K a year.
Get Charlie Day,
dude, right? Yeah, we need
the rat stick.
Yeah, and import him from Philly. You know, like. Yeah, we gotta bring in the cavalry because, dude, yeah, the rats are large. Like I think there's like a rat king out there. You know, I need to investigate like the bowels of the subway. And
we're just hanging out down there, dude, giving orders like
to
Penguin.
Fuck,
dude, man, that's the most. But that's the most fucking New York City story I've ever heard in my life, Griff. Talking about the rats are growing in size and in number.
Yeah.
They're emboldened now.
Inflation in Biden's America actually refers to the rats.
Yeah, super rats, dude.
Yeah, which is, you know, you'd think there would be less food waste now that it costs like $10 to buy a carton of eggs.
Right.
Yeah, but yeah.
Maybe they should start hunting the rats down and start cooking them up. Maybe some new restaurant opens up, like they're selling bugs in New York City and shit now at restaurants. They might as well start selling rats too.
I've seen pictures. I don't know how current they are, but I've definitely seen pictures of like some like neighborhood in like Harlem or the Bronx, just like people like cooking rats on the street.
Oh my god!
And like you know, like street food and stuff. Like I don't know the veracity of the pictures, but I've definitely seen them floating around on Twitter.
I mean, I believe it, man. People will start eating anything. I was down in Louisiana a couple weeks ago, and they got these big ass rats, like swamp rats down there called Nutrias. And they're like a gopher meets a rat and meets like a capybara. They're like these gross things, big front teeth. But people shoot them and kill them, and then they'll eat them too. They roast them up, and they're basically just like a fucked up rat, like real fucked up Cajun rat almost.
Dude, I just Google image search, dude. That's a fucked up looking beast.
Dude, it's lovely, dude.
What is it called?
Nutria, Nutria.
It is like orange buck teeth.
Dude,
this is disgusting.
It's foul, bro.
Yeah. 30 to 50 feral nutrias.
Fucking George Washington looking ass.
Yo, for real, dude.
Honestly, the worst thing, it is fucking horse. A poorly taken care of horse. This the worst thing about this creature is honestly the name. Like Nutria sounds like a yogurt brand, or like a part of a vagina.
Right inside the labia you can find the Nutria.
The Nutria minora.
Holy fuck.
Yeah, or it sounds like some like vaginal health product that like Gwyneth Paltrow is hawking or something. The Gloop, the Gloop. Yo, the new Nutria line from Goop.
That's the synthesis. It's fucking it's pussy yogurt.
Yeah,
pussy yogurt for your fucking vag biome.
Oh my god. No, the worst thing about the name is they sound like they might be healthy, dude, like nutritious or something, but no. They look
I don't
terrible.
know. I mean, maybe they are, right?
I don't know, bro. They look like the Bucky's mascot got onto meth or something.
They
dude.
do look. Dude, you know what it is? You know what it is? You know, like those places. You know those places that'll be like at one point they were like a chain, but then they like sell it to somebody else. And then, but then they have all of the shit, right? So it's like an old Chuck E. Cheese or something. And they have like an animatronic mouse, but they've just painted over it to look something like this. This is Bucky's, right? But it's owned by like this is a Bucky's, but it's been bought by some like Vietnamese family, and they like sell pho like next to the gas pumps.
They're calling it Fuckies.
Fuckies with the PH.
Holy shit, man.
Yeah, I mean, dude, those Chuck E. Cheese, like Chuck E. Cheese, like animatronic rats, like, dude, talk about like scary rodents.
Yeah, nightmare fuel, dude.
Yeah,
dude, honestly, I'm gonna Google it. I like wonder how Chuck E. Cheese is even doing these.
Oh, they're still kicking, dude, for sure, man. I drove by one into bumfuck Missouri the other day, and yeah, it looked like there were people there, and it was about 2:00 on a Wednesday. So I think people are taking their kids there. You can buy beer there. So adults take their kids there, drop them off, just get drunk as fuck.
That actually makes a lot of sense.
Mm-hmm.
Getting absolutely blasted at Chuck E. Cheese.
That feels like that should be the name of this episode. I see that they've done a character redesign of Chuck E. I imagine. I mean, he's
Chuck E. I wonder what the E stands for. Yeah, what is like
Esquire?
Yeah, Ernest.
Yeah, I don't. He looks. I don't know. He looks very sprightly now. I'm giving my review of the character design.
He looks sprightly. Okay, I'm looking him up now. Does he look like he's like animated now? Like new version of SpongeBob.
Yeah, he looks like Pixar.
Look?
It's the Pixarification.
Oh my
god! They've submitted him to flat design.
Yes, no, exactly.
Yeah.
fucking Globo Homo has gotten Chuck E. Cheese.
No!
He's been homogenized.
Leave him alone.
Chuck E. Cheese has been compromised by the World Economic Forum.
They got him. I'm picturing like you go to Chuck E. Cheese and the fucking guy in the suit walks up to you and takes the mask off, and it's that fucking old guy from all of the what's the fucking World Economic Forum guy?
Klaus Schwab.
Oh,
yeah, Klaus Schwab. Fucking Klaus Schwab in a mouse costume.
I like that.
Really fast. Is Chuck E. Cheese a mouse or a rat?
Oh, I think he's a mouse. I mean, a rat's not a very likable character.
Yeah, no, I think he's definitely a mouse.
Okay,
he doesn't. Yeah.
This was around the time of like Mickey Mouse, I feel like popping off, and they were like, "We gotta cash in on Mickey Mouse, dude. Make a fucking like shitty strip mall chain, call it Chuck E. Cheese, named after the Charles Entertainment Cheese."
That was my grandfather's name, believe it or not.
Oh, the great Charles Entertainment Cheese.
Yeah. Holy shit, dude. I remember going to Chuck E. Cheese as a kid.
Mm-hmm.
I remember them having really fucking bad pizza.
Oh yeah, the worst pizza, but you could get it for cheap. And I think the reason it was so bad is because they just recycle leftover slices, dude. They'll just give you a pizza that's got like one slice of sausage, like 4 cheese, 2 pepperoni. You're like, what, dude? What?
It's all like cut up in different ways. Like you got like the square slices, you got the like triangular ones, like all mashed together, like in a semblance of a circle. Like
it's abstract,
dude. Yeah, it's you know, Jackson Pollock CIA psyop with the cheese pizza, dude. Wait, like what the fuck? Yeah, let's bring it back right there.
Man, I can't believe they came
Pizza
for Chuck E. Cheese, bro. Holy fuck.
I mean, like I was just thinking about it. It's a genius business model. Like you're basically the whole thing is just a venue for kids' birthdays. And like, since adults don't want their fucking house to just have like shit smeared on the walls, they just like go to this, you know, horrible place where ill-tempered teenagers work. Do you remember the fucking like the prize counter and like how bad they would fuck you over because you would get tickets? This wasn't at all what I was expecting to talk about, but I'm absolutely insistent on this topic. Like,
Dude, yeah, we gotta carry this tangent all the way out. You know?
100%. The dialectic needs to be seen through. And I also remember going there and seeing adults with like bandoliers of tickets.
Oh,
like,
dude,
they were just cleaning up.
Yeah. They would like the guy who just like keeps going back, like hoards his tickets and then assembles the right number, and like because he wanted that like video camera or whatever like low level like piece of electronics you could get for like 10,000 tickets or something.
Like, it cost him like $4,000 to get it and like spend 2 months in there.
Dude, it's the love of the game, bro. Like,
holy shit.
It's just like a lot of Metal Slug and Whack-A-Mole.
He's like stiff arming fucking toddlers that are coming up to the game. He's like, no, bro, I'm going for the high score. The tickets are on the line.
I would try that. I would try that. Like, now that I'm an adult, I would try being the Chuck E. Cheese guy that just cleans up the tickets. I would do that at least once, because like the thing I'm curious about is just like the interesting thing about it is how it's like little kids are just incompetent at like everything.
Mm-hmm.
And so just showing up and playing a child's game and just absolutely trivializing it, but no one can do anything about it, like, just sounds really satisfying.
Well, see, you think that's the way to go, but the real thing is you show up there and you're gonna get your ass handed to you by these games, bro, and you're gonna be looking at these kids getting mad as fuck, like, dude, how am I dumber than these children right now? Because you're not out of practice right now, dude. You're out of practice.
It's gonna be that Principal Skinner thing of like, is it me that's out of touch? Like, I've just lost the ability completely.
Yeah, you're like, I guess I'm not hip anymore.
I mean, kids do have better reflexes. Like I know people talk about it in like competitive like esports and stuff, but
that's true.
Yeah. So like, you know, maybe, you know, there's the Whack-A-Mole prodigy with the like cat like reflexes that's just showing your ass up.
Dude,
fucking booking a Chuck E. Cheese to host a fucking Melee tournament. Like, just having a Smash Bros tournament at Chuck E. Cheese with a bunch of grown adults.
I'm sure it's happening.
Yeah. I'm sure.
Dude, you remember those cup stacking kids, bro? A bunch of Asians with like mad cups that they would stack into pyramids and then like break them down real fast.
What was up? Like, everyone was doing cups for a couple years. Like, what was up with that? Why was that a thing? I remember that like came through in a wave, and like when I was in like middle school and something. And then all of a sudden, like we were doing cup stacking in gym. Yeah. It's like, where did this come from?
It's the new yo-yo trick, bro. They like brought in some guy that was like, look how fast I can move these fucking plastic cups around, and like 8-year-olds are like, what the fuck? And then you just buy them, dude. You sell them to their parents for like $22 for 5 cups. Turn them mad.
Yeah, they're just regular cups.
Yeah, they're just solo cups.
The cup grift is strong. Honestly, like mentioning doing that shit in gym class, like there was a lot of just really weird, bizarre shit that we did in gym.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's like it just like it's almost like figuring out everything they could do before just eventually being like, all right, these kids need to fucking exercise. Like they need to like actually learn something about like physical health.
Yeah.
I remember like there was like little like scooter trucks or like the little 4.
Yes. Oh, I remember those things.
You know,
like
I mean?
Yeah. Like it was like a flat plank of wood with wheels on it, and you would like and there was like a handle, so you could like someone would like sit on it, and you just pull them around like really fast. Dude, that's like. That was I remember that being fun because you would just like whip them and like crash them into each other and like
you like drift them around, but like what the fuck is that? Like you're the guy looking at like a state budget or like and you're just like why did fucking $100,000 go to like little platforms with like caster wheels on the bottom? Like what the fuck are you guys even doing?
Bro, most of those fucking kids' toys on playgrounds and like PE equipment is just like death machines, bro. Like think about those old merry-go-rounds. They used to have like a metal merry-go-round, or not merry-go-round, what is it called?
like a
Oh,
carousel.
the like spinning
Yeah, the
carousel
spinning
thing.
Yeah. You'd have
Yeah.
that like in your playground, and you just have like kids running as fast as they could, pushing that thing in circles. You're just trying to hold on for dear life in the middle, dude, losing all sorts of consciousness, going dizzy. You hit something on accident, you go flying off, or like one of the kids trips that's on the outside and just getting drug around in circles by this thing. Man, dude, it was dangerous back in the day.
Honestly, dude, the idea of like of just a huge metal disc that spins fast
Yeah.
as like a thing for children to play with is like the most masculine thing I've ever heard in my entire life. Like that's when like all of the schools are completely run and filled with like just like female teachers and administrators now. But like that is just a sign of just like when that wasn't the case, is just a fucking bolt a big metal disc into the ground that the kids can spin up real fucking fast.
Yeah. Well, I think there's always been a dearth of female teachers, but the masculine man who is in charge of what playground equipment we're gonna procure was like, yo, this is gonna toughen them up.
Yeah,
like revolving at like 50 miles an hour, like just like hanging off the edge, like the inertia is just like keeping you like a couple inches above the ground.
You're experiencing G-force, literally, bro.
Oh my god, yeah. I mean, why do you think you don't see too many of them anymore? Like, there's definitely a concerted effort to like get rid of those things.
Oh yeah, they took those things up, dude. We used to have a bunch of like we had this one thing that was like barrel on a pole. Like the pole went straight through the middle of this barrel, and this barrel was on its side, and you would just try to run on top of it. Like you would see a barrel floating in water that people run on, but it wasn't in water. It was just over like some mulch, and it was just kids just like busting their ass all day long, dude. And then the teachers would just watch it, like,
I actually think I remember that, and I think it got taken out at my school.
Oh, dude, yeah, that was one of the first casualties, bro.
Yeah, well, I also remember when I was just entering elementary school, I think we still had like a big wooden play equipment.
Oh yeah, splinters on that bitch, dude.
Yeah, and I don't think you ever see that anymore. But to be fair, I'll say that was the aesthetic high watermark of playground equipment in this country. Like,
absolutely, yeah.
The logs, they look like I'm talking about like Lincoln log style looking fucking playground equipment. Like, they're just huge.
Oh yeah.
It was like a combination of like a Lincoln log cabin and like a castle.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. That shit's fucking cool. And I feel like I remember that being like the idyllic, like the shit you would see like playground equipment depicted as and everything. Mm-hmm. And now it's like, well, now you don't see it at all, but it's all just like big plastic dildo bullshit stuff. Like, I don't.
Yeah, like primary colors, like, you know, round molded, like plastic or metal edges. It's like, yeah, it's again the fucking flat design. It's inescapable.
Yep.
Like,
man, they're destroying our kids' creativity by ruining their playgrounds, dude. Make playgrounds great again, for real.
Dude, I'm literally looking at pictures of fucking playgrounds right now and just like shaking my head, just like go off, dude. Like, look what they took from us.
Back. Return,
and it's the fucking wooden log.
We used to be a proper country, goddammit.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, like kids don't pick like 6-inch splinters out of their feet like they used to. I mean, that they used to get real natural immunity from that. You know?
Oh yeah, that's only vaccination you need, dude. Playground splinter, you're good to go for life, bro.
I remember I got, like, when I was a kid, I got this like splinter like stuck like all the way up into my foot. Like it was like an inch long thing, but it just like stayed in there, and then like a year later, it just like came out all of a sudden. I was like, damn, I didn't even know I had this like piece of wood in my foot.
Like, I was just storing this for a little while.
Yeah, it's just hanging out.
Like,
I worked with somebody who got one of those, like a huge splinter. Like, it's like making me cringe think about it. Underneath like his middle fingernail.
No.
And and it was like this thing where like I would like check in on him like every couple days.
How you hanging in there, bud?
No. And like it was like a blood blister formed under his nail, and it started pushing it out slowly. Like once you got past the ick thing, it actually was kind of interesting. But like, yeah, it was fucked up. Dude.
Yeah, that's like medieval torture level.
That
like,
literally is medieval.
It's like, yeah.
It's like, dude, how'd that happen? Oh no, he just got like captured by ISIS, man. Like,
I was when I was a kid, I hit my finger with a hammer one time. I was like building a fort in my backyard, and my fucking fingernail, dude, turned completely black, swelled up real bad, and then fell off, and I had just no fingernail for a little while. I was in the 4th grade, walking around like ET, dude, looking crazy as fuck.
Dude, I remember that happening to kids, and I remember just being so repulsed by it.
No, that was me, dude. I was a pariah for a second, bro.
Dude, it's so gross, dude. Like fucking fingernails, dude. Fingernails, eyeballs, fucking just weak points, you know?
Yeah. Because like, you can't have that finger skin exposed. Like,
oh, dude, no.
Dude, that's like, that's no good.
dude, straight up official take of these people are sick. Having your finger skin exposed, it's not good.
No, pretty fucked.
That's gonna get shut down from me. Sorry.
Yeah, we're pro fingernails, pro toenails on this podcast.
All right, dude. So I got something coming up. I got something cooking in the kitchen right now.
Okay.
And I realize how insane this segue is, but COH knows exactly what I'm talking about right now. You know what I'm cooking that thing in, buddy? COH?
Oh Lord, we talking crock pots?
We're talking crock pots.
We're revisiting another favorite of the T-Pass podcast.
This might be an open and shut case because GRIFTSHOP just might not have heard the good word yet. but dude, I'm going all in on crock pots. I'm cooking some fucking pork right now. My idea is I want to do an entire crock pot themed episode.
Dude, yeah, we could share recipes.
Yeah, I mean, do you cook with a crock pot?
I use a rice cooker a lot, but so it's kind of like a mini crock pot because it's like towards the end of the cycle, you throw an egg in there, get a little a little rice egg stew going.
Yeah. Well, it's a quick So yeah, I mean that's like I'd say that's kind of like the cousin of the crock pot that drives a fast car.
Yeah, similar family. Definitely. Yeah, it's a little fast car.
It's a little cosmopolitan, but I respect that. I mean, what are you cooking in that bad boy besides rice?
You have a little like vegetable thing where you can steam the vegetables at the same time.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah, it's just efficient. If you I like to just do like simple little things to save money and it's healthier. But dude, like it sounds like you got some crazy crockpot game going on. So are you just like
Slav's been getting in it?
Just like stuff like simmering in the background all day. You can just like just smell it developing over the course of the day. You're
it's
like okay,
potpourri.
Yeah.
I think it's safe to say, honestly, judging by the fact that I even brought this up, it's become a little bit of an unhealthy obsession at this point. I'm doing a lot of pork these days. I went years without cooking much pork. But like, imagine my surprise when I just learned like you can literally just throw pork chops, like bone in pork chops, into a crock pot like a caveman and just like dump sauce on it and then just like walk away for 8 hours. And like this just kind of warm to touch bucket that's been plugged into your wall,
lukewarm bucket,
has just made like insanely good meat that like you thought. Yeah, like my life has been a joke up until this point. You understand that? Like my life has been a joke up until this point because like I would eat something like this and be like, man, like this is like the hand of like a really talented chef, right? Like this is, and it's like, no, like you fucking idiot, like put it in the bucket and leave your house. Just leave. and that's all it is.
Oh,
So
yeah.
right now I got some country style ribs going in it, actually.
Ooh.
That's a good cut of meat too. It's pretty cheap, affordable, the country style rib.
Dude, so I go to Costco, I cop like 8 of them, at least 8 to 10 of them for like $12.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Hell yeah.
It's a pretty screaming deal. I mean, they're the thing is that they're huge. They're like the size of a steak.
Yeah, they're
like
massive.
a tri-tip steak, how it's that kind of like narrow but really thick. That's like exactly what they look like. They're fat as hell, dude. Fucking pork is amazing in
It's
general.
another white meat, is what they say.
Yeah. Well, that was don't get me started on that. But have you been COH? How much time you got, brother? No, but you've been cooking anything in the crock pot lately?
I mean, I've just been doing the normal. I do the pork in there pretty often. I like to do a pork rib, same kind of thing. I also do rib tips. That's a cut of meat that we get pretty common around here. And yeah, I've been doing that mostly. It's just pretty easy. You toss it in. I did do just some like roast with some Brussels and stuff like that the other day. Some Brussels, some onions. You toss that in there. With a little pork too. It's pretty good. Basically, yeah, I mean, shit, dude. I've been using the air fryer a bit, crock pot, anything to make it a little easier to cook in the kitchen. Like, if I'm coming home from work, I don't want to stand around physically dealing with cooking a meal. I like to cook food, but like it's just an extra step in my day at that point. So if I can just kind of throw something in there and just leave, or like go sit down for a bit, smoke a bowl, and come back, that's preferable.
Yeah, that sounds pretty ideal. Like around like the holidays, my family always does like crock pot mac and cheese.
Oh yeah,
which is fire.
That's the
dude. Yeah, and then it gets a little you throw those breadcrumbs on top. It gets a little crispy at the top, and it's just like gooey all the way down. Dude, fantastic.
I'm actually Googling that right now. This is like, I don't know if this is like the weed that I got this week or something, but just this is the first episode where I'm just Joe Roganing the entire episode. Like just everything that's being brought up, I'm just looking at pictures of on Google for some reason. All right, I got a recipe up.
Hey Jimmy, pull up crockpot mac and cheese in case no one's seen that.
I just start scrolling. It just becomes an article about chimpanzees. Damn, dude. Does fucking the idea that like pasta holds up in a crock pot?
Oh, it absolutely does.
That's god damn. Dude, it fucking slaps. What we have to do, and honestly, I'm bringing this up. I'm doing the thing where I'm bringing it up on the show so that then we have to do it. Fucking crockpot episode is gonna happen.
Yeah.
And because I'm bringing it up with Grift on, it's an open invitation. It's an open invitation.
Dude, bring us some rice cooker recipes, dude. I've been looking at getting a rice cooker because I'm over here. I've got like multiple 50-pound bags of rice. And so like every couple of days, I'll just bust in there and be like, I'm going to make a batch of rice and then eat it over the day or whatever. And so I've been thinking it'd be more useful for me to have a nice rice cooker because I'm just kind of using this pot, and cooking rice in a pot's kind of a bitch. Like you gotta be certain.
Sucks.
You gotta be on
like
it.
Yeah, it always gets like stuck to the bottom,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like you never know like when it's like, I guess when the water evaporates, but it's still like it's nice to just have the light that tells you when it's done.
Oh yeah.
You know, like I don't know. It's like I'm not a certain people have the cooking sense where you know how certain people like know when something's done, and like I'm always like I'm always like, oh, did I cook long enough? Am I gonna like
too
raw or something?
Yeah, that's me,
like,
dude. I'll overcook the shit out of meat sometimes on accident because I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. Like the first time I ever grilled in my life, I was pretty young. I had gotten stoned after high school on my back porch, and I was like, I'm gonna grill some chicken, bro. So I got some chicken, grilled it up. Did not grill it correctly, I guess, or like did not grill it long enough. I was like, man, this is pretty nice, moist, tender chicken. And then like 14 hours later, I'm having the worst day of my life. And so after that, I've been real cautious about how I cook my meats, dude. Like I'll just leave them on a little long, or just
I will say,
hit them with the thermometer.
I'm a meat guy, right? I'm a meat guy, and like I think I'll say this: chicken is the risky one, but like with a cut of beef, right? Beef is fucking pretty goddamn safe to eat.
Yeah.
And so like ground beef, not really the case, right? Because it's got all those fucking nooks and crannies. But like,
Yeah.
but like a steak is like totally forgiving. You can fucking have a purple ass steak and be all
Yeah,
right.
I'll
Yeah, it
usually
can
eat
be
that.
pretty damn rare and it's still edible, you know? Like it can like be like just bleeding basically and they're like, "No, you know, that's acceptable if you like it that way."
Yeah, I like a place I worked at, like when we would be like trimming like pieces of meat. Like I like worked in like food service and shit. Like you'd be like trimming off like the top of a tenderloin or something, like a nice beef tenderloin. Like, dude, you could just straight up just eat that off your knife. And like
Mhm.
we did sometimes. It's just like beef sushi.
Ooh,
That
nice.
shit
Yeah.
kind of rocks. But
Yeah, whenever a stick gets like meat on a stick, it elevates it, you know.
Yo, yeah.
Like,
Like, go give me a
oh
kebab, bro. Fuck with it.
yeah, dude,
yeah.
I love a good kebab. I love a good
Mhm.
kebab. Also, I appreciate the fact that like Asian people just have a high respect for just the basic concept of like a wood stick filled up with meat on it.
Mhm.
That's
It's
that's dope.
yeah, that's very like primal, like talking like caveman mode, just like yeah, like fucking skin the animal, just stick it on the skewer and put it over the flames, you
Kebabs
know?
are deep, Lindy.
Yeah. No, for real. Yeah.
Well, I feel like we gotta like we gotta try we gotta like agree to, and again it's an open invitation to you, Griff Shop. You don't have to do anything. COH literally has to do this or I'm gonna fucking kill him. We need to like try some like new crock pot
Oh,
recipes
dude, definitely.
and just have like an entire like just the whole episode for the whole week is just that, dude.
Yeah,
Because
man.
I think you really spoke to me when you described crockpots as like true proletarian
They really
culture.
are, dude.
It rules,
It's
dude.
just set it and leave it, dude. And also, you can make hella stews and shit. And how you make stews is just throwing around whatever you have left in the kitchen that's about to go bad into some hot shit. Let it cook for a while, and then you've got stew for a couple of days. So I mean, yeah, that's pretty top of the line. Proletarian thinking on your feet movement there.
Yeah, just
100%.
like collectivizing your remaining food assets
Yeah,
into
yeah.
something edible.
It's very Eastern European, very Russian.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Little babushkas trying to survive the winter with their fucking crock pots as their
Turnips
son
and
goes off to die
onions.
in the war.
Getting sent to the front in Ukraine.
Getting sent to the front in Ukraine, dude. How's the Ukraine discourse these days? It's been I'm because I'm I've been looking on Griff Shop this entire time just because your shirts are fucking hilarious and I'm just like I just want to look at something while I'm talking
Yeah.
and I'm seeing the fucking Zelensky shirts.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm just losing my mind at this.
Yeah, I had to drop those because it's like the way he like only wears these specific outfits and
mhm.
it's very like calculated and you can see that they're clearly like he's got he's got like the camo t-shirt with the Ukrainian cross on it
Yeah.
embroidered and
Right.
it's like yeah we see what you're doing here.
Like Black
It's like
Rifle
he's
Coffee vibes.
yeah. Oh, totally, totally. And it's like, dude, it's like it's literally like the grift shopification of like the political like public facing like political discourse and whatnot.
Yeah.
Because like he literally like fucking meets with Biden. He's wearing like a green pullover. It's
Well,
like
that's the thing, right? That's the thing, right? Is that this same shit has been around since like fucking Reagan, right? With his whole just like
yeah,
being really in control of the media image and all that. And like you have Obama like won a fucking Nobel Prize because of this shit, and like Joe Biden with his fucking gay ass little aviators, like he's in fucking fourth grade.
yeah. He's like we get ice cream dribbling down his chin.
Yeah.
He's like yeah. He's crashing some classic car.
they're
Like,
just they're trying to get the public like inoculated to the idea of like a picture of the president sucking an erect penis leaking, because that's just what all of that imagery is. But the thing about the thing about Zelensky is that it's fucking so fake and gay. Like I think it lacks the subtlety of like, I don't know, you know what, like it's so obvious. Right?
And it lacks like the honesty of the guy, like the wannabe autocrat who, like, you know, decks himself out in a military uniform with like all the patches and stuff on it, and it's very like maximalist. But like this is like it's like it's distilling that vibe down into something like very like basic and minimalist. And that's, you know, and there's a certain sinister quality to that, where it's just like so like finely tuned, where it's like you know that they like focus, they did like a focus group to figure out like what the best way to display yourself,
literally.
like, yeah,
no,
it's so cynical. And but yeah, that like that the dishonesty about it makes it I feel condescended too, you know. Like it feels like they think people are fucking idiots. But I guess the fact is that people generally are, I guess, when it comes to this shit.
I'd rather just see him slap on a fucking Azov battalion straight up, like straight
right,
peas,
dude.
dude, like just looking like a straight up dictator, bro, and get out there talking about some shit, because that's what he wants to be and that's how he is. And what he's doing now, like Grift said, is literally the, like, if they took a focus group and they were like, all right, people obviously don't like military power hungry authoritarians. So like, what if we just dressed him up like he was Pete Davidson instead? Like, you know what I mean? It's like the exact opposite of that vibe is what they're going with here.
Zelensky starts like dating Kim Kardashian. I mean, that would happen, though, right? Wasn't he like fucking like their like cringe fucking Jon Stewart?
He's on some kind of fucking sitcom in Ukraine.
So okay, wait, do you guys? So the backstory here is crazy. His, like, the show that made him famous, like as a comedian over there, was where he literally played the role he played was just like your every average
oh my
man
god
guy.
I think
he was a teacher. He was a teacher.
I know what this is.
Yeah, he was a teacher who, through some like inexplicable chain of events, became president.
Oh my god. Is this before he was president or while
this was the thing that like made him become a celebrity, was him playing like an everyman who bumbled his way into the presidency.
What the fuck?
And then he used that fame to then go on and become president, and you know, the rest is history.
That's nuts.
But it's one of those things where like it's too much of a coincidence, where you like, it's like the people pulling the strings for this shit, they have to be just laughing at you.
Yeah.
Like they know that like people are either like clueless, or the people who do get it, it's fun to like stunt on them in this way.
We're flexing on y'all right now.
Like, look how far we can walk right up to the edge, but not have to acknowledge we're just doing this.
Yeah.
No, I had heard that, dude. That shit's so annoying more than anything. Like, it's so you know that's the most like Parks and Recreation thing,
literally, dude,
thing in the world. Right? Like, there's just so many fucking annoying women that live in like a large city that have just watched that show like 12 times for some reason, and like just absolutely think that's the greatest thing in the world. That's how like all women under 30 would choose to select the leader of our country. It's just like having someone from The Office on.
Yeah.
Oh,
years.
President Jim.
No, but you would have John Krasinski, right? Because he's in all those fucking psyop Amazon shows, dude, now.
He's CIA through and through.
100%.
Right. Like Jack Ryan or whatever, like doing a coup in Venezuela.
Right. No, exactly.
Dude, he made some fucking video where he was like, yo guys, so the CIA is actually really fucking cool. Let me introduce you to like what we're doing over here. Like, he actually did a video like that to like try to like kind of, I guess, help their image a bit, because he's doing all these shows and stuff about it. And it's just so fucking obvious, dude. You're like, what the fuck, man?
Yeah,
What a fucking
yeah.
dork, dude.
He'd be out here like, yeah, the CIA was really there for me when I had some troubles with anxiety.
So when Pam was stepping out on me, I was having some real issues.
yeah. When we were going through some troubles in our fake TV relationship, and really turned to my handlers at the CIA, and they were there for me.
God damn.
Yeah, we need to get our own Zelensky, dude. We need to vote Julia Louise-Dreyfus into the fucking vice presidency office.
Oh my fucking god, dude.
She did that show Veep, and then
I'm
she's
done.
like,
I'm
"Let's
done
make it
with the
real."
podcast. The podcast is over now, dude.
We need Corey in the house.
All right, that actually is a pretty good idea.
Yo, dude, is that Orlando Bloom or fuck? What's his name?
No, it's the kid from Corey in the House.
No, I know his name's Orlando something though. He's a kid from
Orlando
Raven.
Bloom is a Legolas from fucking Lord of the
Orlando
Rings.
Orlando Brown. Dude,
Is his name actually Orlando Brown?
Yeah.
And he's black?
Yes, dude. This bro went nuts recently, dude. He went fucking completely
Bring
nuts.
that shit up, Jamie.
He was doing some videos. Man, I can't remember it anymore. I think this is Corey in the House guy. He's from That's So Raven.
I just googled Orlando Bloom accidentally.
Wait, he's not from Corey in the House. Who was that then? Because this is from That's So Raven.
Orlando. No. I just learned this recently. Corey in the House is a spin-off of That's So Raven.
Oh yeah, he's
okay.
the same guy. That's the reason.
And Corey is like her brother, I think. I was looking this up because I was literally talking about Corey in the House.
The House starring Orlando Bloom. No, they got Orlando Brown to play an elf in the new Lord of the Rings. No, actually, but yeah.
That's the next season of the Amazon show is going to just be Black Legolas.
That's how they're being inclusive nowadays. That's why everyone's so mad at them.
Dude, it was weird. It was weird when they had like Black Legolas get choked out by a city guard. That was really weird. I'm looking at Kyle Massey is the protagonist.
Okay.
And he looks like a thumb.
He does. He's got thumb energy. Yeah.
Yeah, he looks like an LA like kind of celebrity impersonator of like Kid Cudi.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's round Kid Cudi.
I've seen a picture of him with a little fedora kind of situation on. He looks Cuban in this photo. I don't know what that is.
Here we go. Really fast. Literally the first thing I saw. Former Disney star Kyle Massey charged with felony for sending porn to 13-year-old girl.
Oh man.
Oh no.
These people are sick.
Get 'em out of here. Yeah, these people are sick.
Teens come forward to accuse That's So Raven star Kyle Massey of sliding into their DMs. I don't like that sliding into DMs is like part of the like lexicon. I don't like that.
Yeah, like you should not Wikipedia articles should not have that garbage.
Yeah, that's
something's wrong. That makes my skin crawl.
Your Honor, he slid into her DMs with a pornographic video.
Oh god.
Yeah, it's all about arrest warrant issued.
He looks like. Have you seen that picture of? I think it was like Mindy Kaling's younger brother, who, he made himself look black in his like med school like acceptance photo or something. He photoshopped his face so he like didn't look Indian, so he'd have a better chance at getting into like med school or something. And like, that's what this guy looks like.
Oh, I see that. Holy shit. He looks more Sri Lankan in that kind of picture.
Yeah.
A little south of the border type vibe. Oh, wow. This is just an episode now where I'm just Googling fucking slightly famous people.
This rocks, dude. We should make it a video format, and we should just I should just be recording OBS of just Google images. This is going to be the new medium we create. Yeah, that's fucking hilarious. Her brother looks like Indian Tiger Woods.
He does have that kind of vibe going.
Yeah, or he looks like a magician.
What's his fucking name? That comedian that used Indian comedian. He got Me Too'd, I feel like recently.
Oh,
Aziz
Aziz, yeah,
Ansari.
he's got an Aziz kind of
Yeah.
vibe. But
Dude,
yeah,
that
he was
that
like a only a soft Me Too though. It didn't
yeah,
really do anything, and
that was kind of like a vibe shift, that one, where it was like people like checked out the actual details of the piece and they're like, okay, what are we doing here?
yeah. What are we
They're
talking
like,
about?
this guy just sounds like he like has no riz. Like
yeah, no, exactly. He just dude, absolutely no fucking riz, dude. Me riz. Yeah, I mean, it was just like I think he just like tried to get a blowjob. That was basically the whole thing. It was just
yeah, he just like didn't know how to like transition a date that
Yeah.
didn't have much chemistry into like getting his dick sucked, and just fumbled the process like so badly that some this chick was like a big fan of his, and then all of a sudden she has like a piece in like The Cut or something.
Oh
It's
my god.
like it's just
He's just like, so are we gonna do this thing or what?
yeah. She part of like I remember in that piece like the lead up and like she was assembling evidence about how he was a bad guy, and like a big factor was that he like chose the type of wine they drank.
What?
Like he was like he like she was like going off about how he like order he was like, we're gonna have white wine or something. Like he didn't even like give her an opportunity to weigh in on the drink
That's
choice
crazy.
at the dinner.
That's
Dude,
a crazy thing to write about.
Right? Like, dude, that's like that's predator behavior right there. Just,
Yeah. Like, what, dude? Maybe drink white wine? This dude's a fucking creep.
Yeah, it's fucking sicko. Like,
that was definitely kind of a vibe shift though. Actually, I gotta say, Raven Simone does not look like she's been doing amazing.
Dude, no one on that show has been doing good, bro. Back to it. Orlando Brown, he's not doing well. I know we got sidetracked with the Orlando Bloom thing. I think he's doing fine. I'm
Wait,
not
who
sure.
even is Orlando Brown?
Please look him up. Orlando Brown. He is I think he was like the friend of Raven in That's So Raven. I thought it was Corey, but it's not. He played fuck, I don't know, man. But he played in that show, in That's So Raven. Let me see what his cast name was.
oh, he was
Eddie Thomas.
He was in Eddie's $1 Million Cook-Off. Do you remember that one?
Oh yeah,
No,
dude.
not at all.
Dude, he had, it was like Disney Channel original movie. Kid had to choose between cooking and baseball.
Classic choice.
Classic choice. Yeah, no, we all go through it, you know.
Dude, this guy went on to Dr. Phil and said that Raven Simone was going to marry him.
He was saying the wildest shit, like the most out of pocket shit for so long, dude. Like I remember seeing
Dude, this
the
guy
craziest
fucking
videos.
rocks, dude. He's an American actor, rapper, and singer.
Of course.
And he's homeless, and he got arrested.
I mean, he's
Yeah,
named
this guy
after the
rocks.
city Orlando, so that's not great to begin with. And then secondly, yeah, he's in jail now, I believe.
Yeah, it says just this past December, he was arrested on charges of domestic violence. It involved allegedly threatening his brother with a hammer and a broken off knife blade.
Dude, the fact that Griff is actively Googling along with us is so fucking funny to me.
Dude,
He was okay. This was a twist I wasn't expecting. His musical group was just a Disney Channel band. Okay, so it's not like the SoundCloud direction that I was expecting.
Oh yeah.
If you went,
I mean, you know, he was probably exposed to some fucked up shit in his Disney days. Like,
no doubt,
it's Rob Schneider like creeping around. You know, it's
Rob Schneider. Dude, that guy's a fucking freak. You know it too.
Yeah.
No, Dan Schneider. Dan Schneider.
Sorry.
Both.
Yeah, no, I knew it was one of the Schneiders.
Yeah, dude. Fucking. I don't know. COH, dude. Fucking. The guy who ran Nickelodeon was like a straight up pedophile. That's just like no. Yeah, no, straight up.
Yeah.
Dan. Fucking. This is our next.
I'm googling him. What's his name?
We got. I want the audience to know that we have real time fact checkers. He looks like a fucking like fucking dough. He looks like he's made of dough.
He
Like I
looks
know
like
it's like
Subway Jared before the sandwiches.
yeah, no,
Like-
for real.
Like, yeah, he looks like he literally looks like a pedophile.
Classic
Like-
pedo phenotype.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I like think about the type of guy who is like drawn to both like power in the entertainment industry and programming children's shows.
Terrible.
It's like it shouldn't be allowed. Like that it's just asking to put people in like the type of person who'd be attracted to that into like a role where they would have access to children.
Dude, adults who
Right?
make content for children fucking give me the heebie-jeebies, dude. A
Yeah.
bunch of times, like, if it's like a teacher or whatever, I understand. Like, that's like, you're more primed to deal with them. But there's some people who are just like, yeah, I write like novels about 13 to 16-year-olds in high school, like doing drugs and having sex. And you're like, whoa, that's probably not very healthy, like, as a person, if you're an adult, to just be doing that. Like, that's not a good way to live. And I feel like that's
Yeah.
just like people are making euphoria shows left and right, and it's like,
Yeah.
what are we doing in our fucking culture, dude? We need to stop letting adults do this shit. Keep them away from it.
Fun fact about Euphoria, I think it was based off an Israeli show, but the guy behind it has like ties to like Israeli intelligence.
Of course.
So there's
Go
so
figure.
it definitely plays some role in acting, in like psyoping Zoomers into like getting weird with their sexuality.
I mean, dude, in Hollywood, you're only one link away from someone that's got a link to some Israeli intelligence agency or something.
Yeah, no, it's unavoidable. Do you remember that show, like Big Mouth or whatever?
Dude,
Yes,
yeah.
That's
dude,
like
it's
yeah,
just
that's like ground zero for the type of shit we're talking
Yeah,
about. It was
that
like
shit's
literally like
great.
cartoon about like teenagers going through puberty, but like way overly sexualized. Like
Yeah, and I
Yeah,
liked
that's
Nick Kroll for a while because he was in The League, and I thought The League was pretty funny, and I was like, oh, Nick Kroll, that's cool. And then I watched,
isn't Nick Kroll like literally a pedophile?
probably, I don't know anything about
I
the
think
man.
there was
Look
like
at
there
him,
was a
though.
story that came out with somebody talking about like him, and I remember a few people said shit about how like him and Tig Notaro like did weird shit with kids or something. And I think that Nick Kroll's dad is like some fucking super fucking sketchy, like tied up with Epstein.
Oh my god, that wouldn't be
thing.
surprising. I mean, they're all tied up with Epstein. All these people up in this fucking club.
Yeah, so his dad's a billionaire.
Oh, this dude's slimy.
dude, yeah, he's got a frog face.
Real
going
sicko.
on. Yeah.
Yeah, no, straight up. Nick Kroll's dad has ties to Mossad.
Oh my god. Well, all right. It's like I told you, dude. You're only one in Hollywood. Everyone does, bro. Jesus. Holy shit. All right,
Straight up, dude. I'm just talking about this right now so that Kanye will come on. Really,
dude. If we could
but-
get Kanye on, we'll have him kind of really expose this this whole thing.
dude, I'm willing to hear him out. All right, that's all I'm saying. I'm willing to hear him out.
Man, he had that one line in some song of Donda where he's just talking about "I cannot sell my soul." Like he's just saying that over
Yeah.
and over again. This man was fighting for his life, bro.
This man was fighting for.
He's like R. Kelly without this fucking.
I'm fighting for my fucking.
And that concludes part 1 of this week's episode of These People Are Sick. If you enjoyed part 1 and would like to listen to part 2, you can find that on patreon.com at patreon.com/thesepeoplearesick. Once again, that is patreon.com/thesepeoplearesick. And we'd love to see you over there, as we've got additional exclusive content, as well as direct lines of communication with Slav and myself. So come on over and say hey.